Right then, Caleb Plant has beaten Trevor McCumby, coming back after being dropped early on in the fight as well. And Caleb Plant wins. Yeah, honestly, very intriguing fight in the end, to be fair. I wasn't really overly expecting too much from it. I was expecting Caleb Plant to get his way, dominate well with his boxing IQ, which he ended up doing in the end. But very early on, it was pretty scary for Caleb Plant. Trevor McCumby was able to put it on Plant quite a bit, get some good success with his shots, to be fair. And McCumby was accurate and came out all good, aggressive, and was able to catch Caleb Plant off guard a lot in that fight, to be fair. A lot in that fight. Early on, McCumby looked to be coming in with the upset, to be fair. And I think you all had us on the edge of our seats of what could have happened in that one, to be fair. McCumby was able to be able to push the pace at times, was able to get control, but in the end, Caleb Plant had to dig really, really, really bloody deep, show his good boxing IQ, and ended up winning the fight. And that's why Caleb Plant has got to where he is now, because of how he deeps to get these wins. And in the end, it was a very class stoppage, in my opinion. People might say it's a bit premature, but I mean, there was no response from McCumby, and it was the very end of the round, though, so you could say it was premature. But at the end of the day, the stoppage was always coming anyway from Caleb Plant. Once he started to get his rhythm going, you could tell. I think it was in round 6 or 7 where Caleb Plant really got his momentum going and clearly found where he wanted Trevor McCumby. There was the odd bit of showboating for Caleb Plant, the odd bit of talking in there as well. Some good jabs and real good hard jabs that he was really stepping into. Pity is, just really going for it and landing massive shots on Trevor McCumby. And Plant very slowly started to really get his combination work going really well, and eventually was able to, make it an inside fight and made that switch, started to put the pressure on McCumby more himself, back him up, turn things around, and, box well from angles. And eventually Plant ended up just being way too clever for someone like Trevor McCumby, who, let's be real, should be nowhere near Caleb Plant's level, when in the end, Caleb Plant was able to show it and, was dominant in the end. But, he had to make that switch. He had to make the switch. There was no more messing about in the end. I think it was clear he came into the fight with the wrong game plan, fighting too much at the range that Trevor McCumby would have liked it. And Trevor McCumby's a fighter who, is powerful. He's got some big shots on him. And we knew that before the fight, but we weren't like that. It was like he hadn't done it against any good, real, proper, elite, high-level fighter. But, it showed that Trevor McCumby has got something at a decent level and has got that power to hurt someone like Caleb Plant, Plant's very smart overall, to be fair, especially offensively. Plant's very smart offensively with how he puts his combos together, with how he pivots really well, with how he changes angles, with how he picks his shots. And in the end, that's how he was able to win that fight, picking his shots really, really well, being smart with his work, and, making it a decent firefight at times on the inside, to be fair. McCumby was able to respond well with some decent shots, but at the end of the day, in the end, he wasn't able to phase Caleb Plant too much. Once Caleb Plant got dropped in that fight, he was like, fuck it, I'm just going to go for it now. Change this fight up to how I want it to be. No more messing around, playing at his kind of range. Screw the game plan. I'm just going to do what I know best and, make it my fight. And that's exactly what Caleb Plant was able to do in the end. And, it's real champion grit that he showed. So, yeah, fair play to Caleb Plant. Who's next for him? And what could we see next for Caleb Plant? I quite like the Munguia fight. If Munguia can get a win on Friday, then that would be pretty cool. That Munguia fight with Caleb Plant. I wouldn't mind seeing Caleb Plant and Edgar Berlanga now. That could be a pretty cool fight. I think there's good fights for Caleb Plant, and I think he's one of the most entertaining fighters in the division. Caleb Plant, 100%. There's some real interesting fights out there for him. The Munguia fight and the Berlanga fight are very interesting ones. I mean, you never know. Could Pacheco versus Plant happen? No, probably not. But I know Plant did say he wanted the winner of Berlanga and Canelo. That's not going to happen, though, if we're being completely real. Even though he has got the interim belt, he is a mandatory. So, yeah, but it's not going to happen, no. It's not going to happen for Plant, that Canelo fight. But still, though, it's something to watch as well. And yes, to be fair, though, thinking back to the fight, it is, I do think, we did have to expect Caleb Plant to be a bit rusty. He's been out since that Benavidez fight, which was like a year and a half ago now. So, of course, Caleb Plant's going to look a bit rusty. But once again, though, once he got those rounds in, once he got dropped, he knew what he had to do. He knew what he had to do in the end. And that rust went away. And Caleb Plant looked like Caleb Plant again. And, that's the most important thing on the end. He ended on a great high. And, was what the body work of Caleb Plant today was absolutely brutal. And the accuracy as well, especially, was what really started to put Trevor McCumby off. And Trevor McCumby just didn't see a lot of those Caleb Plant shots coming. And they're the shots that bloody hurt the most, as I always say. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to end this video here. Thanks for watching this video. I'll speak to you on the next one. Peace out.